evening and welcome. Tonight we will be going over the history and geography of the city of Bishkek in Kyrgyzstan. Bishkek is the capital city of Kyrgyzstan, located in the north here, sort of near the border with Kazakhstan. Close enough. The main geography of the city is the mountains in the background. I believe it's the Tian Shan range. But this area is known as the Alatu Mountains, and they create a really beautiful backdrop to this city here. Other than that, it's a city. It's either the Chu or Chui River flows through the city, but other than that, there's not much other geography to say. Oh, the Kyrgyz range it is. You got it. So, let's talk about the history here then. The capital of Kyrgyzstan. How it became the capital of Kyrgyzstan. You'd think that as a capital city, in such a very old part of the world with a very long storied history, that the city would have a very long storied history, but not quite. There is evidence of ancient peoples living in this area, which would turn into ancient tribes, which there were far too many to list. Just take my word for it. There were many, many different tribal groups that resided in this area. And this area became a stopover on the Silk Road, which was the overland, for the most part, trading route between Europe and China. There is a legend that there was an ancient hero in Kyrgyzstan. It's not Manas, believe it or not. His name was Bishkek. And allegedly, according to legend, some travelers found his tomb here. Of course, there's no evidence of that, but that is how the city got its name, after this hero of old. There really wasn't a settlement here until 1825, and my cats just ran in. The cats are playing, so you might hear little cat noises in the background. 1825, when the Uzbek Khanate of Kokand founded a fortress here. We'll probably hear a little bit more about Kokand next week. We're going to be heading to the city of Osh next week, so we'll hear more about them there. But yeah, they founded a fortress here, which would be captured by the Russians in 1860, and they would start to develop the area, but in Russian they pronounced it Pishpek. So it's known as Pishpek for quite a while, and I still found some places here called Pishpek. And Russia would not last much longer after that. The revolution would come, and the Soviet Union would rise. Of course, Kyrgyzstan took that opportunity for independence, but got swallowed back up by the Soviet Union. So in 1924, the Soviets decided to make Pishpek the capital of the Kyrgyz Autonomous Oblast, which in 1926 would turn into the Kyrgyz Autonomous SSR, Soviet Socialist Republic. And they renamed the city from Pishpek to Frunze. Frunze was the surname of a Soviet hero who was born here and I think he had just passed away recently, so they named it after him. And slowly, definitely during World War II, but slowly built up this area as an industrial area. Definitely during World War II, because many heavy industries over in Western Russia near Moscow, which was being invaded and attacked, were relocated to various parts of Eastern Soviet Union, including Frunze, as it was known then. It really started to build up after World War II, but World War II was really the catalyst of its like modern shape today. But of course, the Soviet Union would not last long after that and would collapse in 1991. Kyrgyzstan would become independent, and they changed the name back to Bishkek, the way that it's pronounced here by the Kyrgyz people. Although I also found some places here that are still called Frunze today. Lots of Bishkeks and Frunzes around. Where's the cats? There. Oh, there's a Bonnie up here. She's going to jump up and wobble the desk. Okay. She's got the crazy eyes. Great. So if you hear wobbling and see shaking, that's because that there's a little cat crawling around the desk with the crazy eyes right now. But that is the basic history of Bishkek. It's a really beautiful city. It's really come up recently. Lots of cool modern buildings. From what I saw, skyscrapers are just starting to become a thing here. So the skyline could be changing in the next few years or so. I went Surprise Live the other day, and someone randomly said that a lot of people from the UK are relocating to Bishkek, and I was like, whoa, I'm about to do a video on Bishkek. That's random. But yeah, the city is growing and changing. So it'll be exciting to see how this city evolves in the next few years. There is now something running on the roof. My goodness. You can tell I'm filming this at like dawn, so all of the creatures of the forest and the cats are awake. So, that being said, why don't I make sure that there's no wild cats running throughout the house? Wild cats. My cats being crazy running through the house. And I'll hit the lights and we will explore Bishkek. She's grooming herself, can you tell? We will explore Bishkek on Google Earth. I'm probably going to kick her off the desk too. Yeah, I think I will. But let's go. Here we are in the city of Bishkek, or Bishkek City as it's labeled here. You can see how much it stretches out. This area, like not the city itself, but the administrative region is all over, including the airport up there. But let's zoom out so you can see exactly where we are in the world. If you don't know where Kyrgyzstan is, that's okay. You're about to learn right now. You can see the mountains there, trailing off from the Himalaya area, I suppose. But Kyrgyzstan is located in Central Asia. You can see big old Kazakhstan up there. And you can see China is just down here. On the other side of the mountains is the Taklamakan Desert. Very easy to spot from above. You can see the Caspian Sea isn't too terribly far off, but yeah. Kyrgyzstan's borders are a little wonky because of the Soviet Union. It's a very oddly shaped country, kind of mingled in with Uzbekistan and Tajikistan. You can see the Fergana Valley down here. We'll be going there next week. It's a very oddly shaped country. And you can see Issyk-Kul's not far off either. Much closer than the Caspian, isn't it? So let me start up here. You can see the main airport up here. Of course, it's called the Manas Airport. Everything in Kyrgyzstan is named after Manas. He is the legendary hero of Kyrgyzstan. Very much in the same way that everything in Turkey is named after Mustafa Kemal Ataturk. Everything in Cuba is named after Jose Marti. So on and so forth. Everything in Kyrgyzstan is named after Manas. We can add another name to the list of everything's named after this one person. But here is beautiful Bishkek. And you can see it's surrounded by very lush farmland. There are some famous sites just outside the city limits that we'll talk about on another day. Very sadly, very famous ancient tower that always comes up when I'm researching Bishkek. But we can't talk about because it's not within the limits of the administrative division. There's the cats running around. Okay. Let's start off here in the city center. Alatu Square is really the heart of the city. And of course, there's a big Mosques statue right here, right in the heart of everything. You can tell it's him by his hat. It's very distinct. And that's the tower that we're not looking at. There go the cats. Okay, they are wilding out. There are lots of other monuments around this area, of course. But very famously, there's a big flagpole that is, well, this whole area is guarded by the National Guard here, and they have a very elaborate changing of the guard ceremony. I was wondering if there's a picture. Maybe if I tap on the flagpole over here. Yep, very elaborate changing of the guard ceremony that occurs here. Very good tourist opportunity there to see the very fancy changing of the guards at the flagpole. Oh wait, that was a really cool picture of the whole area here. Isn't it pretty? You can see there's Manas, there's Alatu Square, and the big Kyrgyzstan flag. All right, up here is the State History Museum. You know I love history museums. You can see some beautiful local clothes there. There's a yurt, which is very important to Kyrgyzstan's national symbolism. The symbol in the center of their flag is the opening up here where the fire will escape from. Very cool carvings here. Looks like some old instruments. It looks like a big long horn and drums. And what horses wear. There's the towers. That looks like Tsar Nicholas II, doesn't it? It's the mustache and I don't know, it looks like it can't be. This looks much older than him, but it looks a lot like Tsar Nicholas. Very, very, very old carvings there. That looks very Mongoloid, doesn't he? Of course, horses are also very important to the culture here. And yeah, this is where a lot of everything is. The official buildings there and such, but we are going to head over to another square right here. This is Victory Square, which was built to commemorate the victory against the Nazi Germans in World War II. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because this is Soviet. And they've built this cool monument here, which is also a deconstructed yurt. They've got the symbol up there. I don't know if anyone's taken a... There we go. This symbol here, which is on Kyrgyzstan's flag, because it's historically very important. Look at this pretty waterfall. That's pretty cool. They think so too. Yeah, it's really pretty. And look at the mountains in the background. Isn't that gorgeous? And I'm telling you, that mountain backdrop is something else. The one thing I miss about living in Reno, Nevada was seeing the Sierra Nevada mountains in the background like this, but this is way prettier than those mountains. And gorgeous sunset here as well. You can see up here, there's, at least when this photo is taken, is one of those skyscrapers I mentioned is being built right here. So like I said, the skyline is about to change. Here's the state circus, and I was like, oh, circus just meaning like a rounded building, right? No, they mean an actual circus. like they hold actual circuses with porcupines in fluffy clothes there. I've never seen a porcupine in a circus. Yeah, they hold actual circuses here in the circus. I mean, who else has a national circus? Tell me who has a national circus. Here's another monument. There are lots of Soviet monuments around here. Very Russian coded there. They love their big ladies. And in Ukraine too. Not like that. But there is also I don't remember where, it's somewhere around here. A big Lenin statue that's been left up. A lot of them have been torn down in these former Soviet states, SSRs, but I can't remember where it is. It's somewhere. And you can see the very Soviet style apartment block buildings. They're very square. Or these blocks are rectangular, just to be a little different. But over here also is this mosque that you saw in the intro. This is one of the newer buildings of Bishkek, and it's called the Turkish Mosque because it was built by Turkey, which will be very evident once we look at the interior. It's very Turkish in the best way because this mosque is gorgeous. Beautiful. Beautiful gardens outside. Such a detailed rug there, and I love this vivid color. It's so bright. So, very old statues there. Snowy days and sunny days. Well, that's pretty cool, taking it through the fence. And gorgeous domes. And yeah, that vibrant color is so pretty. Looking pretty at night with the crescent moon above. I wonder if that was during Ramadan. And there's a big, beautiful park outside here as well. But what I really want to show you over here is this. Come back. There we go. The Bishkek Fortress. This is all that's left of the original Russian fortress. It's not much, but there it is. That's what it would have looked like back in its prime. You can see all of the traders coming by in their camels. They're cooking up some good food there, and they've got lots and lots of good things to sell. But this is what it is today. There's a cat scratching at something. I'm so sorry. You can see the mosque in the background there. Chet, could you wait like 5 minutes? Chet, can you wait 5 minutes to scratch under the desk? Thank you, baby. Wait, no, okay. It's early in the morning. It's their crazy time. Normally I don't film at this time, but the house is empty right now, so I'm taking advantage of it. It's just me and the cats. But there are lots of other really cool, now he's biting my foot. Stop. Little parks and things around. I think we'll look at those to end the video, though. Oh, the big botanical garden. And there's Ataturk Park. The Turks got another one in there. The beautiful botanical garden. Lots of pretty trees. Those are gorgeous. And pretty flowers blooming on the trees as well. Let's look at Ataturk Park. Do you think it's very Turkish as well? There he is, I think. That's gotta be him. Too far away to tell. Oh, it's gotta be. In a suit, too, so yeah. Old Soviet-style Ferris wheel there. Very Pripyat of them. A cute little red squirrel, my goodness. And there's paddle boats and colorful park benches. Ataturk Park, yep. Can tell that the Turks definitely built this too because they named it Ataturk. It's everything. Oh, here we go, the Lenin district. I found the Lenin statue in the Lenin district, but I don't remember where it was. At least I thought I did. I was wandering around here and I found the Lenin statue, but anyway. Look at this neighborhood. What's at the center? A restaurant. Anyway, where's the Franza Museum? That's another one I have to show you. It's over in like the center area here. But yeah, so many like gorgeous parks. This one's in a star. Let's see. There's Franza Express. The Franza Museum. See, there's Pub Franza. There's lots of Franzas still around here. Let me look it up. The Franza Museum. Look, even if you type in Franza, it'll take you to Bishkek. Frunze Museum on Frunze Street. Oh, see, I was so close. So this is all about Mr. Frunze and his storied life. Beth says, is he drinking a coffee? But I think that's a little... Oh, they're binoculars. Okay. Imagine he's just like having his morning cup while posing for his statue. I guess that's his wagon. Looks like there's a big pew-pew in the back, though. Of course, very Soviet-style art there on the building. There's an old house. I think this is like his. Maybe this is the house he was born in. They built the museum on top of it to preserve it. Pretty wild if true. That's a good idea. He was kind of handsome. He also kind of looked a little Tsar Nicholas II, but I guess the beard and mustache were in style then in the 1910s, 1920s. There he is with Vladimir Lenin right there. There's this big comfy chair. Some cool coats there. It's a watch, you think? Very neat. That would be a cool museum to explore, just like a little snapshot. Oh, there's a Lenin statue. It was right behind the History Museum. Reaching out to something or other. Yeah, and right behind all the stuff I just showed you, there's the big Lenin statue. I think I found others. There he is, all snowy. But yeah, that I think is pretty much all the things I wanted to show you. I want to look at this park, this big starry park. Oh my goodness. That is the creepiest. It's Masha and the bear. But why does the bear look like that? I don't like that at all. This park's a little silly. Maybe not this park. I want to look at something more natural looking. How about this park? Togalog Moldo Park. Who's that? A guy with a pew. Okay, I'm guessing that's Togalog Moldo. I'm not great at Cyrillic, but I'm pretty sure. But we're going to end it there for tonight. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this style of video, please consider subscribing. We have lots of city ofs coming up. Most of them are capital cities. Some of them are not, like we talked about. We're going to City of Osh next week. But we have two more, well, one more capital city. One is not a capital. And one debatable. You'll have to subscribe to find out what I'm talking about, but we are going to hop over to a capital city next. Can you guess what it is? Remember, I go in alphabetical order. Can you guess what capital city we're going to next? Let me know in the comments. And while you're down there, don't forget to hit the like button, and drop me a comment down there too. I would appreciate that. I know I've got some Kyrgyz viewers out there. You guys are very kind. Hello to you all. I hope that you found this video to be relaxing and educational. And I hope that you have a good night. Good night.